Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. Hello, Internet. My name is Brian, and I am just coming here to talk a little bit. Today, I've been feeling very cranky, and I think it's because I haven't felt the urge to create something or felt the direction to create something. Now, I just want to give some context as why this actually means something. I've been using the urge to create as a way of coping. Now, the ability to create things is one of my gifts, and I love it. I love being able to make things. I can learn music, I can make songs on the guitar, on the piano, I can learn to make songs with words or with vocal melodies. I can draw, I can paint. I was put in an art class outside of school at a young age by my parents where I learned how to do pastels, where I learned how to draw, where I learned how to paint, and I really enjoyed it, at least for a time. So basically, I like to create things, but I didn't feel the urge to do that or the desire to do that. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so crabby today. Now, what can I do about this? One of the coping skills that I've learned is to go on walks. Now, I decided to go on a walk with the dogs. I have two dogs. I think you met one of them in the last video, but there's another one. Both of them are pug mixes. We got both of them as rescues. We found the first one, and I'm looking at him right now, on the HSU website, the Humane Society of Utah. My wife felt impressed and prompted to find him. This was in the first year of our marriage, where her anxiety was very bad, and she was able to eventually find him after some difficult attempts. I'm looking at him right now. And then from there, he's been a part of our family ever since. He's a pug mix. We don't know what he's mixed with, we just know one of them is a pug. Now, our second one we found on KSL Classifieds, which is the Utah version of Craigslist. It's like Craigslist, but without the seedier parts of Craigslist's reputation. We were originally going to give him to another family, but I grew attached to him. So that's why we have him now. Even though I didn't have the urge to create, I knew it was up to me not to allow that to affect my family. Even though they could tell I was grumpy and I was being grumpy, that wasn't acceptable. So I decided to go on a walk. And while on that walk, I was able to walk out most of my feelings, and it felt nice. Then later in the day, I got a text message about medications that were ready for me to pick up. And so, on my way to and from picking up these medications, I listened to a talk from Elder Bruce R. McConkie, a former member of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It was while listening to this talk that I felt the Spirit in a very long time. And I hadn't felt the Spirit for a while, and I didn't like it, or I tried to feel it, but it was like the conduit was very cloudy and milky. It wasn't clear and bright like it normally is, or like it's supposed to be. And I realized that while listening to the talk that I was hurt. Now I should probably give some context as to why. I was hurt because I felt like I was a currant bush and God was constantly being the gardener and cutting me down so that I could grow the way that He wants me to grow, so I could bear fruit. Now, there's a story from another former apostle named Hugh B. Brown who tells the story of a currant bush where it was on a property he had bought and how he had cut this currant bush and how he thought the currant bush was crying and decided in his way to talk to it, and that would be my son, and decided to talk to it, and he thought he heard the currant bush saying, "Why did you cut me down? I was about to be something great." But then Hubie said, "Hey, I'm the gardener here. I cut you down because I don't want you to be a tree. I want you to be a currant bush because I want you to bear fruit. And you can't bear fruit if you grow too high. And then years later, Elder Brown was in the Canadian Army in World War I and was due for a promotion. But because he was a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, he didn't get the promotion. And he got angry and yelled at God and said, "Why did you do this? Why did you cut me down?" And he heard a voice say, "I'm the gardener here." And after that, Elder Brown's direction in his life led to him becoming a member of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles. Before that, he became a father of several beautiful children. Now, as for me, I feel like the directions in my life have led me up to this point. I've made many attempts to try to be something great. I've always felt this great urge to be amazing or to leave a great impact on the world. And I don't know where to go with it right now because every attempt I've made has failed. I tried to be a musician, went nowhere. Tried to be a comedian, going nowhere. Tried to be a pro wrestler, going nowhere. Those are just 3 examples of the many. I've had multiple jobs and I've failed at almost all of them. It's like, what am I supposed to do? I need to provide for my family. I'm looking at my son right now. Hold on a sec. Come on, bud. Zion, come on. My son is currently playing with a book, and I'm not going to show him on this video because I value his privacy and I don't want random strangers to know what he looks like. I just felt like there was this I don't know how to describe it other than this great impeding force. I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know what direction to go. I'm a very spiritual person, and I do believe there is a God, and I believe that God can speak to us and we can speak to him, and that both can listen to each other. And I felt like Okay. I don't want him on the TV. Come on. I just felt like there was this I'm sorry, I'm trying to gather my thoughts right now. My son is pretty distracting. And I don't plan on this video going on much longer, but I've always felt like because of this connection with God that he's been able to give me guidance and direction in my life. And so far the guidance and direction I've gotten is get your physical health in order. Be physically healthy. And that makes sense because my physical health has been for a while now. But I feel no use of my talents, my gifts and my skills, and I feel like they're pointless with me right now. But I know this is Satan talking. Because the fact of the matter is, focus on where you are right now. And right now I'm in a stage of life where I need to focus on my physical health, which will impact my mental health. Right now, I have a family that needs me. My son is currently behind in some developmental areas. I'm not going to say which because he deserves his privacy. And it's up to me as his father to help him. I have no idea how I'm going to do this. I am frustrated because I don't know what to do. But either way, I'm going to do that. Thank you for your time. Have a beautiful day. Bye.